Love doesn't always look like the movies. It's not always about grand gestures, perfect timing, or poetic words. Sometimes, love hides in the most unexpected places, in awkward silences, weird compliments, and confusing behavior that makes you question everything. And when a guy is truly falling for you but doesn't know how to handle those feelings, he starts showing love in ways that don't make sense on the surface, but mean everything underneath. Maybe he jokes too much, teases you more than anyone else, or disappears for days only to check in like nothing happened. Maybe he stares at you when you're not looking, remembers the tiniest things you've said, or gets jealous, but pretends he's not. It's not always clear, it's not always pretty, but it's real. Because when emotions run deep and fear kicks in, love can come out looking like anything but love. This is where the confusion begins. You wonder if he likes you, if he's playing games, or if you're just imagining it all. But the truth is, some guys don't know how to say, "I love you." So they show it in weird, messy, beautiful little ways. In this video, we're diving into 12 signs that he's totally into you, but trying really hard not to let it show. If you've ever felt like someone cares but won't admit it, this is for you. Watch closely, because these signs are easy to miss unless you're paying attention with your heart. 1. He teases you more than anyone else. When a guy truly loves you but doesn't know how to express it directly, teasing often becomes his secret language of affection. It might seem playful or even slightly annoying at times. But behind every joke or sarcastic comment, there's a hidden care and emotional connection. He teases you more than anyone else, not because he wants to hurt you, but because it's his way of being close to you without openly admitting his feelings. Teasing becomes a bridge, a safe space where he can interact with you, make you smile, and test your reactions, all while keeping his emotions slightly hidden. He feels something deep, but expressing love openly can be intimidating. So instead, he uses humor and light sarcasm as a shield. The moment you laugh, roll your eyes, or respond back with your own playful energy, he feels a subtle connection grow stronger. This kind of teasing isn't mean or disrespectful. It's gentle, thoughtful, and oddly consistent. He remembers what makes you blush, what makes you giggle, and uses that to create moments that feel personal and warm. It's his quiet way of saying, "You're special to me," without having to use those exact words. 2. He notices tiny details you miss. When a guy loves you but finds it hard to express, he starts noticing the little things about you, the details you don't even realize about yourself. He picks up on the way you tie your hair when you're focused, the slight change in your tone when you're upset, or how your favorite color shows up in your outfits without you thinking about it. These aren't things most people would see, but he does, because his attention is deeply tuned into you. This kind of observation comes from genuine interest. He's not just seeing you, he's watching closely, quietly admiring the small things that make you you. You might mention something once in passing, like a childhood memory or a random craving, and weeks later, he'll bring it up like it meant everything to him. That's not coincidence. That's love in disguise. He notices the things others overlook because, to him, those are the parts that matter most. It's his way of showing he cares without needing to say it out loud. In his silence, in his attention to your unnoticed habits, he's saying, "I see you, all of you, and I love the details too." 3. He randomly disappears, then checks on you. When a guy is falling for you but struggling with his emotions, he might suddenly pull away, disappearing without warning, going quiet for a while, or distancing himself just when things start to feel close. It can be confusing, even hurtful. But then, just as randomly, he checks in, a message, a call, a subtle way of asking, "Are you okay?" or "Did you miss me?" That's his inner conflict showing. He disappears because he's overwhelmed, maybe by his feelings, maybe by fear of getting too attached or getting hurt. Love makes people vulnerable, and some aren't ready to face that. So he steps back, hoping the distance will protect him. But when he checks on you, even briefly, it means you're still on his mind. He can't stay away completely. You're his safe place, his comfort, even if he doesn't know how to hold on to it properly. This pattern of leaving, then circling back, is a silent sign of emotional confusion. He cares more than he admits, but he's scared of what that means. And every time he checks on you, it's his way of saying, "I still care. I just don't know how to handle it yet." He remembers weird little things you said. When a guy loves you but isn't ready to fully show it, one of the most telling signs is how he remembers the little random things you say. Things even you forget. Maybe it was a silly joke you made weeks ago, or how you mentioned loving the smell of rain, or that one childhood story you only told once. Somehow those tiny moments stay with him. It's not because they were especially important. It's because you are. Love has a way of sharpening memory. He may not come out and say how he feels, but the fact that he holds on to your words shows how closely he listens, how deeply he values what comes from you. He might casually bring it up later, joking about something you once said, surprising you with your favorite candy you offhandedly mentioned, or even quoting you word for word. These moments feel small, but they're not. They show he's emotionally invested. He's tuned in, paying attention not just to what you say, but how you say it. And even though he might act chill on the outside, those little things he remembers, they're proof that you're quietly taking up space in his heart. He acts jealous, but hides it badly. When a guy has feelings for you but isn't ready to confess, jealousy often slips through, even when he tries hard to hide it. He might pretend he doesn't care when you mention another guy's name, but his tone changes. His face tightens just a little. He might make a sarcastic comment, go quiet, or suddenly shift the topic. It's subtle, but it's there, that flash of discomfort he can't fully mask. He may not say it out loud, but inside, he hates the idea of someone else getting your attention. And since he hasn't made his feelings clear, he doesn't feel like he has the right to be jealous. That's why he tries to downplay it, act cool, unfazed. But his reactions betray him. His eyes might linger a little longer when you laugh at someone else's joke, or he might get weirdly competitive over harmless things. That hidden jealousy is his heart talking before his mouth ever does. It's messy and a little awkward, but also real, because even if he's not ready to admit he loves you, the thought of losing your attention still stings, and that says more than words ever could. 6. He gets nervous when you're around. When a guy truly loves you but isn't ready to express it, his nerves often give him away. Around everyone else, he might be calm, confident, even playful. But when you're near, something changes. He fumbles his words, avoids eye contact, plays with his hands, or laughs at things that aren't even that funny. It's not because he's shy in general. It's because you make him feel something real. Your presence makes his heart race in a way he can't control. He wants to say the right things, make a good impression, and not mess it up. But that pressure, even if it's only in his head, makes him overthink. So instead of being smooth or flirtatious, he ends up being awkward, overly careful, or strangely quiet. And that nervous energy? It's love trying to find its way out through uncertainty. He might even avoid being alone with you too long, not because he doesn't want to, but because he doesn't trust himself to hide what he's feeling. His nerves are proof that you matter to him more than anyone else. In his quiet, jittery presence, he's saying, I care. I just don't know how to show it yet. 7. He tries to make you laugh, even when it's awkward. When a guy is secretly in love with you, one of the ways he tries to connect is through humor, even if he's not very good at it. He might crack silly jokes, say random things, or go out of his way to be funny just to see you smile. Sometimes it's smooth, but a lot of times it's awkward, even cringy. But that awkwardness isn't a failure. It's actually really telling. He's not trying to be a comedian for everyone. He's doing it just for you. Your laughter matters to him more than anyone else's, and he'll risk looking goofy just to earn it. It's not about impressing you with cleverness. It's about building a moment between you, something light, something that brings joy. Even if the joke doesn't land, your reaction becomes his reward. Behind every weird or random attempt at humor is a quiet hope that you'll feel happy with him, that your guard will drop, even for a second. It's his way of breaking through the silence, of making the air around you feel lighter. Because deep down, your smile is his favorite thing, and he'll do anything to see it, even make a fool of himself. 8. He argues over silly things just to talk to you. When a guy has feelings for you but doesn't know how to express them, he might pick little arguments or start playful debates over the most random, silly things, just to keep the conversation going. It's not that he actually cares about who's right or wrong. It's that these tiny disagreements give him a reason to talk to you, to engage with you, to stay connected a little longer. He might challenge your opinions on movies, food, or even the way you pronounce a word, things that don't really matter. But for him, it's a way to create spark, chemistry, and attention without directly saying, I like you. These light arguments become a form of interaction that feels safe and fun, where emotions can hide beneath teasing and back and forth banter. He enjoys the tension, not the negative kind, but the kind that keeps you both talking, laughing, and responding. He doesn't want the conversation to end, so he'll stretch it any way he can. What looks like meaningless bickering is actually a subtle attempt to stay close, to be remembered, and to stand out in your mind. Because for him, even a silly disagreement is better than silence. 9. He acts cold, then suddenly warm. When a guy is secretly in love with you but struggling to handle his emotions, his behavior can feel like a roller coaster, cold one moment, warm the next. One day, he might seem distant, barely looking your way, acting like he doesn't care at all. Then suddenly, out of nowhere, he's kind, attentive, and sweet, as if he missed you the whole time. This push and pull isn't just confusing for you. It's a sign of the internal chaos he's going through. He acts cold because he's trying to protect himself. Getting too close makes him feel vulnerable, and vulnerability can be scary when he doesn't know where you stand or how to express what he truly feels. So he creates distance. But the warmth always returns, because no matter how hard he tries to stay away, his feelings won't let him. This back and forth is his heart battle in his mind. He wants to be near you, but doesn't know if it's safe to fully open up. So he sends mixed signals, hoping you'll somehow understand. His warmth is real, and his coldness is fear. And deep down, he's hoping you'll see past both and recognize the love hiding underneath. 10. He gives you weird compliments no one else does. When a guy secretly loves you, his compliments often come out in the weirdest, most unexpected ways. He won't always say the usual things like, "You're beautiful," or "You look nice." Instead, he'll compliment things no one else notices. The way your eyes move when you're thinking, how your laugh makes him feel calm, or even how you hold your coffee like it's a ritual. They might sound random or even awkward, but they're deeply personal. These compliments aren't rehearsed. They're raw, honest, and come straight from observation and emotion. They're not meant to impress the world. They're meant to show you that he sees you differently, more deeply. When he says something like, "You look cool when you're mad," or "Your voice is weirdly calming," he's not being strange. He's being real in a way most people are too scared to be. He gives those odd little compliments because he's paying attention and because he wants you to know you stand out to him, not just for your looks, but for the little things that make you unique. It's his quiet, awkward way of saying, "You matter to me more than you know." 11. He shows up where you are, by accident. When a guy is falling for you but hasn't admitted it, he'll often accidentally show up wherever you are. And while it might seem like coincidence, it rarely is. He'll casually appear at the cafe you go to, be at the same party, or pass by the places you've mentioned in conversation. He acts surprised, plays it cool, maybe even jokes about it. But deep down, he's planned it just enough to feel close to you without making it obvious. These moments aren't about stalking or being creepy. They're about wanting proximity, even if it's from a distance. Being around you, even without talking much, makes him feel better, more connected. He might not have the courage to call or text you directly, but being in the same space gives him a sense of closeness that words can't offer. He hopes you'll notice, maybe even start the conversation. He wants to be part of your world without forcing his way in. So he creates these accidental run-ins, hoping that you'll see him not just as someone nearby, but someone who cares enough to be near, even if he's still pretending it's all just a coincidence. 12. He stares, then looks away fast when you catch him. When a guy secretly loves you but isn't ready to say it out loud, his eyes often speak the truth before his words ever do. You'll catch him staring, not in a creepy way, but in a quiet, thoughtful way, like he's lost in something he can't explain. Maybe he's watching how you talk, how you laugh, or how you simply exist in a room full of noise. And the moment your eyes meet his, he looks away, quickly, almost nervously, as if he was caught doing something he shouldn't. That glance isn't just curiosity, it's longing. He stares because you're his favorite view, his comfort, his quiet obsession. But looking away is instinct, a reaction born out of fear that you'll see too much, or that you'll realize what he hasn't found the courage to say. It's a silent battle between wanting to be close and not knowing how to take that step. These small, stolen moments say more than conversations ever could. In that lingering second before he looks away, he's saying everything he can't put into words. And even if he acts like nothing happened, his heart just confessed something yours might already feel.